Tonight, the North Carolina Republican Party is now suing the State Board of Elections.
Yeah, they're claiming the board is not following state law. In a lawsuit filed last night, the state GOP accuses the State Board of Elections of ignoring the Senate Bill 747. The law went into effect last year, and it requires officials to identify and remove non-citizens from the registered voters list, meaning the board must check for anyone who claims non-citizenship on the jury questionnaire and investigate or even potentially remove them from the voter rolls. All right, let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes into this conversation. So, Khalif, voter fraud has become a real concern, especially in recent elections. How many people are we talking about here?
Nine actual total people. And so after this was put out, the North Carolina State Board of Elections responded to this lawsuit and said, this doesn't make any sense. We've had conversations with you. There were a number in this complaint. They list, the GOP list a couple times that they reached out to the North Carolina Board of Elections and they said, respond to us. We're asking you, what data do you have? And they did. They put 2 public requests in and they listed 2 public request inquiries. After that, the North Carolina General Assembly, or General GOP, I should say, requested more information and they kind of got stonewalled. That's how we got here. The State Board of Elections said, look, there were 9 people. We've reached out to all the clerks of the court in all 100 counties, and they've done that cross-referencing that you mentioned in the open, that they talked about people that were taken, that opted out of jury duty specifically because they were non-citizens. And as the GOP recommended that they do, the General Assembly said, take that and cross-reference it to see if those individuals are actually registered to vote. Once they did that cross-referencing, it was only 9 total people across the entire state.
Now, I know that we have seen elections, especially I remember the election in Monroe last year with the mayor's race, where it came down to 1 vote. I think it went to a coin toss, but every vote does matter. And we talk about 9 people. I guess my question is, how much cost goes into now figuring all this out? Because those 9 votes are definitely important, but I'm just wondering, attorneys aren't free. You know, all the legislation that you're putting in, the lawsuit, all that kind of stuff. Just explain that.
100%. I mean, all of this is costing. You know, it's costing the GOP. It's costing the North Carolina Board of Elections because they'll have to respond. So there is a cost of 100% across the board. But what I can say is that's kind of been the pushback with a lot of counties with this process. You rolled this out. Yes, it was voted on and it was vetoed, then overturned last year. But it didn't take effect until July of this year. Okay. And so there are a couple other hurdles that are causing issue here. You have the 747 bill. Section 44 that specifically outlines what they're supposed to do. And when they made that public records request, they're saying, look, we made a request. You got to turn this information over to us, and you haven't. So they're asking the court to make them turn it over and to follow the rules. The state is saying, well, listen, because of the timing, we're not allowed to wipe these people off the rolls because there's not a statewide process unless it happens within a 90-day time frame. And it can't possibly happen in 90 days because we're 77 days away from the election. And so because this law was implemented at such a late time, July, it probably should have been implemented maybe in March, and there was no direction or funding or guidance on how they can do this. They're all kind of scrabbling to try to figure it out. You have these local municipalities, the clerks of courts, that are working with the local board of elections, but sending that stuff back up to the state and ensuring that they are communicating like they're supposed to, specifically with the North Carolina GOP party that's asking for this information. That seems like that's been problematic. And it really just seems like a jockeying for position that both sides are saying, I want you to do this. The other side, I have done this, but you're not doing it the way that they want you to do it.
But at the end of the day, it's not within the 90 days that they actually can get something
So they can't legally do it. Federal judge said that a few years ago, that if you can't do it within 90 days, you cannot legally do that. Now, 2025, they'll be able to do exactly what they're asking.
Okay. Khalif, we are very lucky to have you. Thank you.